Yes, everybody. Hope you're doing fantastically well. It's Connor here. We are back with episode 3 of the Rumour Mill, keeping you guys up to date every single day with exactly what is going on at Leeds United. And it looks like we have a new signing, which is absolutely fantastic. We'll get into that in just a little bit of time. But as always, guys, thank you so much for the support on the Rumour Mill, the original Rumour content on the YouTube Leeds United sphere. Listen, thank you so much, as I say, for your comments. It's all been absolutely great. There's been content firing out from the channel over the past couple of days. If you haven't checked out the debrief, make sure you do so. It was an hour 18 long worth of good content. Good content. Bit of waffle, lot of waffle, but good content overall. It's available for you on all audio providers as well. So, what's going on with Leeds United today? Well, guys, I'm going to give you a few developments on exactly what have happened. We spoke about Charlie Cresswell yesterday, which was upsetting in the least, and you know, rumours are rife around Charlie. We saw it all yesterday about Liverpool, apparently about Manchester City, Man United looking at him as well, sending scouts. You do fully believe that because of how good Charlie is for his age, how, you know, dominant he is, his athleticism, his power, his prowess. And I do thoroughly believe there are going to be a lot of clubs looking at Charlie, but hopefully Leeds United will be able to keep that one close quarters. But the first thing we're going to be speaking about today is our man again, Boubacar Kamara. Now, a lot of you guys are going to be thinking, oh, this again, but it's not going away. Like we're talking about with James Maxwell, these sort of rumours aren't going away. And when they don't go away like this, sometimes there can be a lot of poppycock. We know that. But I think the great thing about Boubacar Kamara is there's so many attributes that he displays, and there are so many things within this signature, as in the transfer dealings, that would make sense. So what's come out today as well is Leeds United are battling Manchester United for the signature of Boubacar Kamara, but apparently Leeds United have an advantage, according to several outlets this morning. Apparently Victor Orta has been tracking the man for months now and is very aware of his contract situation. If you are new to the Rumour, you can go back and watch previous episodes where we have spoken about Boubacar Kamara, but he's a defensive midfielder. He's played so many times for Marseille, a ridiculous amount of times for Marseille. He's played Champions League football as well. He's played 15 times this year for the French outfit, and his contract runs out in the summer. Now, Transfermarkt have him at a marked value of 22.5 million. But listen, if he's out of contract in the summer, I'm sure Marseille are going to want to recruit some serious money for him. So, I mean, when I talk about serious money, I'm not talking about 22.5 million, guys, with 6 months left on his deal. I think Leeds United would be able to get him for a very, very good price. But Ralph Rangnick's Manchester United obviously have midfield deficiencies as well. Scott McTominay, who only ever turns up for Leeds and Burnley every calendar season. And of course, Fred, who's not popular there. Manchester United will be looking to sort that central midfield capacity out very, very quickly under the new boss. So it looks like Leeds are in a real battle with Manchester United to get the signature of the ex-Bielsa youth player. So keep an eye on that one, as you can see here. And they are gathering pace. Sort of every single, there's more and more outlets reporting this day by day, and Leeds United are being linked continuously. Now, one that we're all speaking about, we're all talking about, is Ben Brereton. Yeah, not Ben Brereton, but Ben Brereton Diaz, the man who was taken a Chilean Diaz at the end of his name and suddenly become world-renowned, not only just for Chile, where he's banging in the goals, but for Blackburn Rovers as well. It came out yesterday that apparently Mowbray and Blackburn would be looking for 30 million quid for Ben Brereton Diaz. Now, for somebody, in my personal opinion, who has had one season of unbelievable football. You know, he's already scored 20 goals, which is quite staggering. I think he's got 8 or 9 assists. You know, hark back to the amount of chances Leeds United were creating in their promotion season. Patrick Bamford only managed to notch 16 goals. Diaz has already got 20 in a Blackburn side that are nowhere near as free-flowing as that Leeds United side were, and putting as much XG up as that Leeds United side were. So it just shows what a variation of goals Ben Brereton Diaz is scoring. absolutely tireless worker. If you've watched anything of Ben Brereton Diaz, that's where the links are surfacing with Leeds United. The guy does not stop. His finishing has been taken up a notch or two this year as well. Looks absolutely exquisite. And there are a whole host of clubs looking at this guy. Brighton are up there as well because I think they need a deadly striker at the minute. Neil Maupay is very in and out with his finishing. Someone like Ben Brereton Diaz would take them to that next level. But the question remains, is he a flash in the pan? Is he a one-season wonder? And that's where it's going to be very, very difficult for Leeds United to shell out that sort of money. We're not talking about an Emi Buendia in the past where Leeds have been linked and not been able to get that deal over the line because of the valuation. We're not talking about a Saeed Benrahma. We're talking about a guy who's never really been prolific in his career, but this season he's absolutely stepped up. So if you're Leeds United, what do? Do you stick or do you twist? Do you make Ben Brereton Diaz our record signing above Rodrigo? Or has the signing of Rodrigo maybe burnt you a little bit in terms of the style of player that you go for and just someone proving it for a longer period of time in the striker role? And is he going to get ahead of Patrick Bamford? Is he going to get ahead of Rodrigo? Is he going to get ahead of Roberts? And we're talking system-based players here. Ben Brereton Diaz, would have to learn the system, then adapt, then get in it really, really quickly, wouldn't he? And he'd expect to get in it as well, signing for 30 million. So there's so many questions that would go into this deal, so many questions that will go in to signing a player like this from the Championship, and for 30 million quid, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for Leeds to shell out. So for me, I wouldn't be going for this one. It's going to be fascinating to see what Leeds do, but I think the valuation is going to blow Leeds out of the water as it is anyway. And maybe the signing of a player that we're going to get onto a little bit later on, who looks like he's signed, sealed, and delivered in this Leeds United setup, will sort of answer those questions. But I said at the start of the transfer, I said about a week ago that I'd love a new striker, but I think I've reevaluated just based on, I didn't know how long, for example, Patrick Bamford was going to be out for. I wasn't when the video was recorded sure on where Rodrigo's place was in the side, but I do think, and after discussing it on the debrief last night, I do wonder if we brought in another striker, how many is that on the books now? Just even in the youth setup, with the new signing that we're looking to bring in now, Mateo Joseph, who we're going to get onto in a bit. We've got Joe Gelhardt, we've got Rodrigo, we've got Roberts, who can be seen there as well. Dan James can be seen as a striker role, and Bamford. That's six players there. Another one coming in with Ben Brereton Diaz will be 7. Then you are looking at blocking the likes of Joe Gelhardt, aren't you, by bringing in another striker? I would like to say another striker being brought in would enable Joe Gelhardt to learn off that striker, but when you look at someone like Ben Brereton Diaz, who's never played a Premier League game, Joe Gelhardt's already in front of him, isn't he? So, yeah, many things to consider there, and a definite headache for Victor Orta. What we see yesterday as well, is this the end for Edmondson at Leeds United? He was sent on loan to Port Vale yesterday, and I just don't really understand the plan with Ryan Edmondson anymore. I don't really get why Leeds aren't looking for a sale in January, to be honest. He's been sent out on loan to Port Vale again. Maybe he needs to prove himself. Maybe that's what Leeds are looking for him to do. Good luck to him, of course, but it didn't work out for him at all at Fleetwood. It's certainly not worked out for him at Leeds United. So now he's going to Port Vale to try and improve his situation. Something else as well that's been spoken about over the last couple of days, it's Cody drama and Greenwood. Is it right? That's my question to you guys. Get it in the comment section below. Is it right for Leeds United to potentially be sending them out on loan? Lots of reports have been circulating at the minute of Leeds United sending the pair out on loan. There's been rumours of Nottingham Forest. There's been rumours of Swansea City. And is it right at the minute with the squad depth that Leeds United have? You look at even this weekend, if Drame was to go, we've got the likes of Llorente, who isn't going to be available this weekend. You would suggest, surely, that, Luke Ayling going to go centre-back and then Cody Drame would go right-back. So I don't understand why Leeds are looking at this as an option. If we're not going to recruit, if we're not going to sort of bring in more bodies in that role, then what is the point in weakening us to a point where we're not even paper thin anymore? We're, I don't know, paper mache thin. I think it is ridiculous. I get it with Greenwood, with the amount of strikers we have at the minute, but Drame with Shackleton out, with Luke Ayling being sort of versatile in the centre-back role at the minute, it just seems a little bit nonsensical to get rid of Drame. Let me know in the comment section below. Leeds United look like they've signed Mateo Fernandez. This has been going on for the best part of a year now, since about 20. Apparently Leeds' interest has been there since 2020. Now, I've already seen Leeds fans sort of getting upset about this one with Mateo Fernandez, because he's going to be seen for the under-23s, but with the host of clubs that have been after this kid, Barcelona, Man City, I think it is a very, very good signing. We saw sort of the same caliber of clubs going for Joe Gelhardt. Leeds were able to get him over the line. You know, with Gelhardt, you sort of looked at Liverpool, who were looking to acquire his services and didn't manage to get it underway. So the Leeds United profile and PowerPoint was able to get him through the Thorpe Arch doors, and I just think it's one of these signings where, if you're looking at all of these clubs that are in for him, that just shows a lot for me. And apparently he wasn't sold on the Barcelona project. Barcelona went in for him. Apparently Mateo wasn't convinced by what he saw as well. You know, obviously Barcelona going through financial mud at the minute, so whether or not that played an impact, I'm not 100% sure. But apparently their ears perked up when he scored a hat-trick against them away from home for Espanyol's B side, which apparently perked a lot of ears at La Masia. So fascinating to keep an eye on that one. It looks like Leeds United are about to get the deal done for 1.3 to 1.4 million. They may have already got the deal done by now. But yeah, it looks like a good addition. Looks like, once again, a level up to what we have. We've just been speaking about Ryan Edmondson. We've just been speaking about Sam Greenwood. Once again, Mateo will just be a step up from that. He potentially could be on the Joe Gelhardt level. And as I've said multiple times, if you've got clubs like that going after him, this guy's no joke. And once again, it could be another feather in the cap for Leeds United. So I wouldn't just bat this one off and say, oh, he's another 23. You know, you look at Joe Gelhardt, and he's been able to break into that first team sort of setup within, you know, less than a year. So if Mateo is able to impress, I am absolutely sure that Marcelo Bielsa will be looking to utilize him at some point, hopefully. So that's going to be it for today, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Rumour Mill. Please make sure you leave a like. I hope you're enjoying it day to day. Obviously, it can be a little bit time consuming, but I'm doing it obviously for you guys. So make sure you drop a like on there. Get your comments in the section below. I've asked you a few questions on this one. And as always, guys, enjoy your Wednesday. Cheers.